Hey, shalom, shalom. First thing foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel bar, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Real quick, this is Missouri City Police Chief unexpectedly resigns along with every single officer. Showed you amid tensions growing in the nation of people not wanting to be cops anymore, okay? Because believe it or not, if you a cop in this day and age, you pretty much have a target on your back because of injustices that's been done to the people, mainly people of color, you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which you are the biblical Israelites, okay? A lot of this come from the stem of that. A lot of them being underpaid, a lot of them are not being funded properly, and a lot of them like, fuck this shit. You know, Biden just mandated that if you have more than 100 employees, you have to get Vanessa. Okay, I don't know what time frame is about. I'm not sure. I didn't watch the whole conference. I just seen clips of it. Me personally, I don't have the patience to sit through that shit. But I don't know if it's a time frame behind it. I seen one article for a particular company. I think it was like January, but who knows? You know, different strokes for different folks. So we don't know. But this can be part of the reason why a lot of the cops are resigning. Though this guy, Mike Parsons, which is the governor of Missouri, he's stating that he's against it. He's going to fight back. You know, he's been against it, etc. But a lot of these people know that these governors and senators, they all part of the same token. They're just here to bring division. Because eventually, even if Mike Parsons kind of go against the grain, he's going to redact on a lot of shit to try to compromise with him, basically, because he don't want that federal funding stripped. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, man, once the federal funding stops coming in, then state funding is not gonna be enough to run a state. Okay, then you're gonna have all these different municipalities, these different cities, etc. They're gonna break off and form their own little thing. Like Kansas, the province of Kansas City, that's considered what they call a local government, a city government. Okay, they even have their own so-called Bill of Rights or constitutional values within city structures too. But at the end of the day, they all answer down the chain of command or up the chain of command. So I believe there's one reason why a lot of cops are resigning. But on top of that, they know, well, hell is going to break loose. And a lot of these cops, man, they're going to form their own personal militias. Because a lot of them, believe it or not, they believe in, you know, the Constitution. They believe in that. So but let's read the article. What the hell going on here? I can't even. Hold on, man. There you go. So it says a Missouri police chief and all other of his officers tendered their resignation, citing reasons from the pay rate to not having the proper tools to do the job, leaving local leaders scrambling to fill the positions as many departments already struggle to stay staffed during an anti-police climate that swept the nation. Okay, it says it will be a struggle to fill the police department back that will qualify officers, but hopefully they can start working on that soon and get that accomplished. The Stone County Sheriff Doug Rader said in the resignations of the Kimberly City Police Department, noting that most police stations are understaffed. And that's true. Even here in Missouri, Kansas City, they're understaffed. Certain cities like, Lee Summit, you got Overland Park Police Department, you got Independence Police Department, you have Raytown Police. Raytown is completely understaffed. It was to the point they only had like a handful of cops out here. And coming in Raytown was known for a high police presence. I mean, they would pull you over for having a car with tinted windows. Now they don't even give a fuck, man. You can literally speed through here and they don't really give a shit no more. Because they got a law out here or like an order to stand down. Because let's just say if you was to run from them, they couldn't chase you. You know, if they decide to do a high-speed chase, they can't chase you because, you know, it's just too risky. People are killing, killing cops. You know what I'm saying? So they just like, look, we ain't even gonna fucking chase this guy. We just gonna send him a court date in the mail and tell him to appear while you flee from police presence type stuff. It's all a big joke at the end of the day, but this shows you a society that's clearly breaking down, that's on the edge of destruction. So what happens when 9/11 or 911 goes out of commission? Hey, shit happens. Domestic violence picks up because these women, they're mouthy. All right. Thievery, robbery, theft, should I say, murder, drug dealing, extortion. All these things are going to play a primary pivotal role in the times we're coming in. which is going to lead to straight up chaos. Order up KO, which means order through chaos. Prime example, right? The province of Kansas City, Missouri, the metropolis. If they shut down 911, it's going to be a shit show out here. Okay, because this is pretty much the worst area in Missouri is Kansas City, Missouri, and then you got St. Louis County or St. Louis, Missouri, which is another city that's like 3 hours from Kansas City. If the cops was disbanded there, they gonna have to send the military in because Jake gonna be out there cutting up, man. You know, crime is gonna be legal. Nobody's gonna come to the beck and call. So all hell getting ready to break loose, and this is just one of many factors. All right, but it says here, Raiders' comments come after Kimberly City Police Chief Craig Alexander put in his notice on August 23rd after accepting another position and told the town's mayor that he wanted a change to better himself. But Alexander wasn't alone, it says, and was soon joined by 3 officers and a sergeant. It says the reason for the resignations, the reasons for the resignation, including there not being a police clerk to assist the department, not having qualified officers in the department, and the pay rate and the new opportunities. Okay. It says, I didn't know that there were many openings in Branson West, which that's a little city in Missouri. Various tourist attraction. They have a lot of historical sites down there. They have a lot of fairs down there. I actually visit there pretty much every year. Going down there, just take some time off, get a hotel, see some festivals and food and stuff like that, man. Just a little getaway, about 2 hours in West Missouri. But nonetheless, they says they have a lot of police openings in Branson West because it says we didn't see an advertisement for police. It says Kimberly City's Mayor Bob Frisch says, referring to Alexander and an officer, Sean McCafferty, taking jobs at the Branson West Police Department. It says the mayor said the resignations were unexpected and the short notice was disappointing. But it says we're looking for officers and we're looking for a new police chief and we think we'll be fine. It's that pride, because you're not going to be fine. All right? You're getting ready to have a biggest kickback and all hell breaking loose. Because it says the resignation come as a small town police department across the country struggles to stay staffed as crimes increase and following more than a year of politicians and activists calling for departments to be defunded. And that's done by design because that's another way they can bring it to the military, because ain't nobody gonna go out there and put their life on the line for free. Okay, at the end of the day, these people, as wicked and evil as these men are, at the end of the day, they really just doing it. I guarantee there's very few cops that's doing it because they love to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? The average cop get paid 13, 14 bucks an hour, starting out. That's nothing. That's not a lot of money. Okay, a lot of them just doing it for the paycheck and the benefits that comes along with it. But you think these people getting ready to work for free, especially when all this shit coming loose? You know what I'm saying? They getting stupid calls out because people don't want to wear the face shit. You having disruptions in Walmart because they got to they not trying to deal with all that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So you get a disruption call. Well, this guy didn't want to wear such and such. They might not even come out for that. They might just say, well, hey, you got to leave. They not going to take you to jail because you refuse a mandate. You know what I'm saying? They have too much shit to worry about. So that's why it's going to make sense. They're going to send the troops over here because they just they don't want to deal with it no more. Which you can understand that. But at the same time, they trying to run away from that judgment too, because you cops, man, a lot of Jake's going to come for you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't get a pass because y'all have caused a lot of pain in lives of colored people, man. A lot of disruptions, a lot of turmoil. You know what I'm saying? You people have caused a lot of fucking hatred. So they trying to get away from that. But hey, the Lord is going to find you out anyway. All right? So it says here, the recent survey found that there has been a 45% increase in the retirement rate and nearly a 20% increase in resignations from officers in the 2020 and 2021, compared to the previous year, according to the Police Executive Research Forum. So cops are putting in their retirement. They're like, man, fuck this shit. I get a partial refund, a partial retirement. Because in the state of Missouri, you have 5 years if you work for a state organization or a city or a county. You have 5 years to be vested. If you work there for 5 years, you can get what they call a partial retirement. Okay. If you're there 20 or more years, then you get your full thing. But 5 years, that's a partial retirement. They say, well, look, man, shit, partial is better than none. You see, so that's why a lot of people tend to get state or city or government jobs because the retirements are good. The benefits are decent whatsoever. But they finna put a stipend on all this shit because what Biden just do. So hey, if you a state worker, then hey, eventually you're gonna have to get that, that marketing mark, man. You know? But it says larger cities, police departments have also struggled with staffing amid the anti-police sentiment and their local leaders supporting the defund police movement last summer. It says, but liberal leaders like in Seattle have recently reversed the course and called for departments to be beefed up. But it says, but as a city, we cannot continue on this current trajectory of losing police officers. Mayor Jenny Durkin said during a press conference in July. It says, over the past 17 months, the Seattle Police Department has lost 250 police officers, which is equivalent to the 300,000 service hours. It says, we're on the path to losing 300 police officers. So, Lord is breaking this city down, man. You know what I'm saying? Cities like Detroit, Chicago, fucking LA, they're understaffed. Like, ain't nobody trying to be a cop in Chicago, man. All right? Because if you a cop in Chicago, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be corrupt anyway. All right? So, nobody's looking to fill these positions, man. So, therefore, they'll hire you. You go in there with no experience, they'll send you to police academies to the point that you ain't even got to have associate's degree no more. They can train you on a job because back in the day, they had what you call the police academy for those people that didn't really want to go to school to get the associates in criminal justice. They can just send you to the police academy. You get your 60 hours, they teach you how to do a firearm, and bam, you part of the police force. That's how a lot of old police veterans like these chiefs, a lot of them got grandfathered in through a police academy. And a lot of them recently had to go back to school and to learn certain classes and so forth on Cisco network programs to, beef up their understanding of computer technology, because now, to write a ticket is computer generated. They put the information in, the ticket prints it out, or the computer prints it out. Versus back in the day, man, you had to write that shit out and etc. The old grandfather way, the dinosaur way. So, yeah, man, people are not looking forward to it, but this is going to create a lot of tension in these cities, all right? So this is the book of Ezekiel 21:1. It says, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face towards Jerusalem. Jerusalem is you Israelites, okay? Because we don't physically have our land, okay? We're uprooted. We're strangers in the heathen's land, okay? So when it's saying Jerusalem, it's speaking of you Israelites, Negro, Hispanic, and Native American, and the respective confusion of face Israelites that's scattered abroad. It says, and drop thy word towards the holy places and prophecy against the land of Israel. And say to the land of Israel, thus says Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, and will draw forth my sword out of his sheath, and I will cut thee off from the righteous and the wicked. Okay, so the Most High has a particular judgment that's set up for the 2/3 of our people, man. And this is generally talking about us as a nation, because we all broke the commandments of the Most High. We failed to please Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. But in retrospect today, we're putting on accounts of the 2/3 that's not going to return it back unto the Lord. It says here, and seeing that I will cut thee out from the righteous and the wicked, therefore shall my sword go forth out of his sheath against all flesh from the south to the north, and that all flesh might know that I am the Lord, have drawn forth my sword out of his sheath, and it should not return anymore. Okay, so what's the sword of the Most High? Esau, Edom, in various judgments, but Esau is the sword. Okay, along with judgments that the Most High have set up outside of this devil. Okay, but nonetheless, Esau, Edom is the sword, and you can read about that in Psalms, I believe the 17th chapter. And it reads here, it says here, and sing therefore, thou son of man, with the breaking of thy loins, and with bitterness sigh before thy eyes. And it shall be when they say unto thee, wherefore sighest thou? For thou shalt answer for the tidings, because it cometh, and every heart shall melt, and all hands shall be feeble, and every spirit shall faint, and all knees shall be weak as water. But behold, it cometh to pass, and shall be brought to pass, says the Lord Yahweh. Okay, so this judgment, you see what I'm saying? These cities being casted down, the military coming in, okay, the mandates, okay, the forceful implementations of certain devices, forcibly putting you in internment camps, stripping you away from your kids, forcibly taking your kids and doing things with them. These are all the times we're coming into, okay? And by these police departments being defunded, they're going to be victims of that too, okay? And you're going to see where it's going to lead. And it says here, and the word of the Lord came unto me again, saying, Son of man, prophecy, and thus says Yahweh, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sword slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we men make mirth? It contended with the rod of my son as every tree. Okay, so think about a tree being hewn down. Okay, and it says here, and he have given it to be furbished that it may be handled. And this sword is sharpened. It is furbished to give into the hand of the slayer. Okay, so this is the point I want to make. Esau Edom is that slayer at this present time. Okay, and you're gonna see in time when these riots and etc. kicks off, you're gonna see that the Most High is gonna put a certain spirit on these devils to come in and have their way with our people. Okay, it's gonna be very, very horrific here, man. And you tribes, you ain't listening, man. You women are too goddamn lackadaisical. Okay, you too hell bent on thinking that everything is gonna be turned. You too caught up in yourselves, man. Like Elder Malcolm made the excellent point. TikTok is the stupidest shit known to men, man. And you know what's so spiritual about the name TikTok? TikTok, the clock. You know what I'm saying? Time is running out. You got people making these stupid ass mukbang videos. Motherfuckers eating. I was watching this video. This dude was literally cutting up an octopus and put it on a grill and fried it like it's food, man. Then you got the woman twerking. You got these stupid ass challenges, man. Jake is out there doing dumb challenges like this whole crate challenge. What the hell is that all about? Like, you people are in a worse situation. Here they just mandated something that's gonna change your lives for the very purpose, and yet dumb niggas are just like, okay. That's why 2/3 you gotta go, man. Period. You just gotta go. You know what I'm saying? And what's so funny though, you know, and I'm not gonna speak too soon, but this nigga that live across the hall from me, you know, I had put some prayers up against him a couple of days ago because, you know, he just vexed my spirit. I'm tired of just seeing him. He's just a nigga. He serves no purpose. I ain't seen him in like 2 days, man. You know what I'm saying? I think this is the longest I ever went without seeing bro. So either he may be in jail or he may be fucked up somewhere, man. Because I remember last time, it was a time I didn't see him and he got into a wreck. And it was another time that Esau bent that nigga arm above his head and fucked this shit up, man. So he was fucked up for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I was like, next time that shit happens, I'm like, they just gonna end up taking him out. So the Most High probably did something to him, but you know, I'm not gonna speak too soon. It's just kind of ironic. I haven't seen the guy in like 2 days. You know what I'm saying? I think it's like the second or going on third day. So, hey, man, keep the nigga away, you know? But nonetheless, man, you tribes getting ready to pay, okay? Because they gonna blame a lot of this shit going on in America on you Israelites. Same thing when Nero burnt down Rome. Who they blame it on? They blame it on the Israelites. Okay. So anyway, this is the book of 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people should stand up to fight against another with swords in their hands. Okay, now you're gonna see more protesters in Babylon. You're gonna see more defunding the police. You're gonna see more tensions among the people. People are gonna start losing it. People are gonna start walking away from jobs. Okay, people are going to start doing certain things that's going to try to exuberate their existence in Babylon. So it's getting ready to be bad, brother. So we got to be circumspect while we're watching from the sidelines, man. You know, you don't want to be in the midst of all this chaos. Be mindful where you go. Be mindful who you're speaking to. You know, be mindful on your mindset, your actions, man. Always play chess, you know, with yourself and ask yourself, okay, is this the most liable move? Be in a position to make your next move the best move. Always through the spirit, okay? Because it's finna get bad and we gonna have to kind of navigate through the bullshit that's happening, because I'm gonna be straightforward. A lot of us brothers, we're not gonna have time to go out to we're not gonna have time to make it out to the wilderness unless the Lord has it set up that we get there, you know. But even then, out in the rural areas, you're gonna have chaoses and shit out there, okay? Because believe it or not, it's a lot of people that live in rural America too, and them are some of the most detestable people. You got hillbillies out there that'll eat your ass for looking at them wrong, man. So, hey, brothers, we got to be mindful, man. You got to always be subjected to change, and you have to go with the spirit, okay? Always have a alternative mindset in knowing that things may not be the way you anticipate them, okay? You may not be able to take Route A out the back door that you anticipated because it may be blocked. So you have to have in your mind that Route B may be available, okay? Like, okay, I can't go out the patio. I might have to go out the back door. Okay, so always have in your mind to make certain adjustments so things can happen. Be open. Don't just be in just this one stubble mindset, man. Okay, when I say that, meaning as far as decision making, Okay, but in its truth, of course, you're going to hold that to one track mind because the scriptures say we all speak the same thing. But reading on, it says, and there should be sedition among men and invading one another, and they should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So people are going to take amends in their own hands. Creepy Joe, Sleepy Joe he said, look, any governor that don't want to get on board, we going to roll right through them and we going to get your ass out the way. So, hey, you can expect some assassinations to happen. You know, you can expect some threats, some bombing. You can expect a lot of chaos from this hit forth. Okay, I won't be surprised if they won't start knocking off these governors, because I'm going to tell you like this. If you are considered Republican or Confederate state, they already ain't fucking with the bullshit. They like, man, we ain't dealing with it. Fuck you. Okay, people like, fuck you. So it's beautiful. The Lord has created a total division in America, man. Okay, and that division among these devils is going to give the elect time to get in and out unnoticed. Okay, beautiful thing. And it says here, and a man should desire to go into a city and should not be able, for because of their pride the city should be troubled and the houses should be destroyed, and men should be afraid, and a man should have no pity on his neighbor, but should destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and great tribulation. There you go. No 911 in this scripture. Call Allah Yahweh Shai. Wa Shalom.